Okay, let me just show you. Hello guys from Open Gate. Everything is fine with you, with us, everything is okay. Guys, Renato is here, and it's the first case that we have caught of a hoof with this size. I've had similar cases, but not at this level, you know, the severity. We even got scared because they had warned us that there was an animal with a bad hoof, a hoof, but I didn't imagine it would be like this. And we are going to do the trimming, but I'm going to tell you the story of this mare here. It's a mare that got hurt a while ago, and when many horses get hurt, being animals sensitive to pain, they ended up trying to adapt it to alleviate it. So, the pain, I mean. As it injured the limb, what he does, he takes the weight off the limb and ends up throwing to another one, which is why it often ends up causing several problems and often ends up hurting itself. And even with veterinary care, it ends up getting worse very easily until it arrives to this one here, like for example, of several cases that can look like this. And guys, they were looking for a professional to be able to handle the animal's hoof while it was growing. So they hadn't found a professional. So they had hired Renato, and we were here with the open gate, and we came to do the hoof trimming. But we were impressed when we saw the size and severity of this shape. I can say that this case here is one of the most complicated cases that I have ever seen. So much so that in our concern of the staff here, the guys, the employees here, the animal was left in a pasture, this mare, and we went there by vehicle, so as not to move her too much, like in order to preserve the animal as much as possible. We can see that we have a calcification here of the entire back part of the hoof in the phalanx region. So this here is just an x-ray to show us how it is. But by observing it slightly, we know that there is osteoarthritis here, but the x-ray is necessary to be able to make the correct diagnosis. Let's do a cleaning. You can see I'm doing for the first time with you and in person here. Guys, in person here, observing, it's very big. It's practically the size of the boot. Just look. It's really the size of the boot. It's really, really very big. And we must handle it calmly because the other hoof is also having a problem. I was even talking to the other guy in charge of here. We're going to do it in parts. In this case, today we're going to make a hoof so that she can lift the other limb and support this one. It's going to be complicated. So we're going to do it in parts, and each time we're going to do one. If you are not subscribed, sign up and activate the bell so you don't miss the videos and observe all the procedures that we are doing for you with this animal. We wanted to observe this animal here with its hoofs most likely back to normal as much as possible. I'm going to lower it a little so she can rest. You can see that this is not an abscess, but it's accumulated dirt that has stopped here. So let's remove a little more here. And it's very humid and it's collecting water. And this here, folks, is it's because of is the frog. As the hoof collapsed, it ended up detaching from the frog and it ended up very thin and thus hindering the circulation of the hoof. Look here. Look here. It's more than a hand. That is, it's more than 25 centimeters. It's practically almost reaching the size of those bovine hooves that we have. They are 25 centimeters long and it's a lot. We're going to start cutting from the front to make it less difficult. Now I'm going to fix it here by using the rasp. Look, her member is starting to hurt and she wants to get off of it. She hasn't been supported for a long time. And Renato is going to have to do it on the floor, even as if it were with a pedestal. And it even seems like a poorly done job, but this is to avoid harming the animal. It's necessary, and I don't care what others say, but I'm thinking about the animal's comfort. Look, we have already managed to improve a little, and it was much bigger than the other one, which is also still big. So look, it was much bigger and it ended up being smaller than that one, and this is already a great help in the animals walking. We must always think positive. Now let's do the first feeding of horse hose and let's see how the animal will behave with the horse hose, and after the first placement we will see if the animal will end up adapting well and it will improve, and there will be the best improvement then. So we're just going to think positive. And that's it, guys. We're going to stay here, follow the next videos. Everyone stay with God and see you in the next video, God willing. Our motto is to listen to those who have no voice to be heard. Get a look how it got much better for her to walk. It was like with a lot of difficulty and now it's much better. The hoof it was really big.